Hey everyone, this is Aegis, and here I have a game between Root QXE versus EG Idra. Idra spawning as the blue Zerg player. On the other side, we do have a QXE spawning as the red Terran player. We'll see what builds they both decide to do on this map. xel'naga Caverns, everyone's favorite, still in the map pool, thank goodness. I wish they had not removed the jungle basin. So there's the Overlord moving out for Idra. I believe this is from the Intel Extreme Masters, so it might have been cast already, so I'm just doing a recast if it had been cast already. But I haven't seen any casts with Root QXE and EG Idra, so I assume it hasn't been cast by anyone. Leave comments in the below if some better commentator or more well-known commentator has casted this before. I will sort of want to see their perspective on it. Looks like QXE is getting his supply depot in the back. We'll open up production for you. Idra getting out his drone count. Going to be going gas first, so gas pool build. Looks like QXE is going to start walling in with his barracks at the front of his base. Perhaps we'll see some sort of fast expand, or perhaps not. We'll see, depending on when the gas goes down for QXE. Gonna pause at the getting double racks here. Gonna try to mess with Idra early on. Gonna get out double marines, maybe go for some sort of bunker rush, and Overlord is moving towards the front. QXE is gonna be doing a pretty fast rush here. Maybe even go for a fast expand after that. I haven't watched these games ahead of time, so I don't know who wins, but any games with Idra in it are just pretty interesting. Both players doing very high in the APM. Both of them do want to win, of course. SCV is going to scout over here. A drone is going to come in here, and Idra is not going to be happy about what he sees in here. We'll be seeing the two racks and the one marine trying to micro its way, letting the drone in. Oh man. Drone gets to see everything. Maybe even gonna go for the extractor. Nope. Looks like QXE is gonna move out with his first marine, and looks like Idra will be having some Zerglings on the way, as well as his queen. QXE's APM is spiking. Oh man, he's gonna be moving his marines forward to Zerglings out the front. More Zerglings out on the way. Idra wants to make sure that nothing crazy happens to him early on. He does have the hatchery coming up. Gonna put it up anyways. A bunker is now going down for QXE. The marines are dancing around in the forward position. Idra gonna try to get a surround on those marines. Gonna try to take out these marines right now before they can get into that bunker. More Zerglings streaming to the battlefield. Additional Marines over here. Idra is gonna kill off that bunker, cancelled by QXE, I believe. QXE should be probably working on a expansion command center if I do know this build correctly. He's gonna try to retreat with his marines. The looks like Idra is gonna keep chasing those marines relentlessly. Looks like additional marines will be reinforcing, gonna be able to kill off these Zerglings. Oh no, speed just finished. Idra's gonna clean up that very easily, gonna be getting his hatch up also. A pretty big loss for QXE actually. Gonna try to wall in with those marines. Gonna prevent the Zerglings from running into his base. Gonna be grabbing the double gas as well as his expansion command center. Idra's queen is now crawling her way over to the natural expansion. Always perfect larval vomits for Idra. It's always amazing to watch him play. Just so perfect his play most of the time. There's an Overlord moving over here, is going to be able to scout. QXE throwing down a third barracks to wall this off completely. Is going to lift one of the barracks and let out one marine to scout up the front. Idra's going to quickly kill that off. Or no, going to just nibble at it a little bit. And looks like QXE is going to chase that those Zerglings away. A lair is now on the way for Idra, and it does look like QXE is grabbing a factory. Going to start teching up a little bit. We'll see when he decides to float his new command center out. That one marine still playing chicken with the Zerglings here. It does look like a lift is going to occur, and the marines will be moving to the front. A tech lab going down on one of the barracks. Gonna close off the gap once again. The Marines look like they're about to go for the attack. We'll see if these Marines are able to do any damage, maybe force Idra to make additional Zerglings instead of drones. Does also look like a Baneling's Nest is somewhere. There we go. Baneling's Nest as well as the Roach Warren. So Roaches and Banelings will be out on the field shortly, but the Marines might arrive before that. Idra's continuing to produce tons of Zerglings. He should have plenty out on the field in time for this attack. Looks like QXC is just doing some Overlord hunting, but Idra is careful not to have any Overlords in a bad position. Does look like he did get a full scout off with that one Overlord before the Marines did take that Overlord out. Zergling now scouting to the xel'naga watchtower. Idra moving forward with his Zerglings. Gonna see if he can poke into the natural expansion of QXC. Gonna start moving in here. It does look like there's a wide gap in here. Gonna be able to surround these Marines on the bottom of the ramp. Gonna be able to clean up those Marines, but there are plenty of Marines on the ramp. So we'll see what Idra decides to do in response to that. Centrifugal hooks are on the way as well. The Roach Warren is also researching the Roach speed. The Vomits still going down basically perfectly for Idris. Now the Roaches are spawning. The Roaches will soon be able to move rather quickly. Idra is getting the Banelings out. Going to start working on the destructible rocks. QXC is grabbing another barracks. Hellions now streaming out of his first factory. Does look like Idra is going to take down the rocks over here, warping on a bunch of Banelings here. Going to be able to deal with the mass Marine count from QXC. Both players are just sort of sitting back and waiting to see what happens right now. Roach is going to be able to clean up these destructible rocks right now. We'll see if he decides to throw down a expansion soon. QXC moving to the backside with his Hellions, going to check for an expansion down here. Sees nothing and will soon be moving to the backside. Marines getting caught out of position by the Idra's Roaches. The Banelings do have their speed upgrade now, will be moving forward. Bunkers trying to go down for QXC. The Roaches are moving in for the kill. The Hellions meeting up with a bunch of Zerglings, going to be taking those Hellions out very easily. Idra moving forward, going to be cleaning up QXC's front of Banelings, rolling around. QXC trying to grab a reactor. Bad time to be doing this, allowing Idra's Roaches and everything just to stream into his base. QXC does have Marauders in the queue, trying to get those out onto the field before he decides that this game is over. That first Marauder is out on the field, but it does get shot in the face, or spat on in the face by the Roaches. GG calls QXC, and Idra does take this game away. I don't know if there are any other games from this series. However, I do believe it's from the Intel Extreme Masters, so there should be one. If I do find one, I will let you guys know, and I'll definitely cast it for you guys. And again, this is Aegis signing off. If you do like, oh yeah, by the way, if you do like what you see, please do subscribe. Aegis actually signing off now.